in the FAMU game, there in the first half there weren't a lot of explosive running plays, but then that changed very quickly in the second half, including a 33-yard touchdown by you. So what was the difference in that second half, and maybe what was said at halftime, and how did the offensive line respond?
Just I guess everybody kind of seen it. First half we came out kind of sluggish, kind of hit a wall, but um, yeah, I mean halftime, we know what we had to do. We went in there, it was kind of quiet. Everybody like not expecting that because we know we're better than that. So we just went into halftime, came out second half just with a different mindset, like going out there, everybody trying to execute and do their job the way it was supposed to happen. But yeah, just this week, new opponent, new week to go 1-0. This is what we're focused on.
Our next question comes from Jordan McPherson of the Miami Herald. Jordan.
Yeah. Hey there, Damien. Now that you're 2 games into your Miami career, just how do you feel you're settling in? How do you, especially into your role? And then also the 1-2 punch between you and Mark, how do you feel like that's been playing out?
I feel like, playing as good as everybody's seen it. Just keeping everybody fresh. We got a long season, so just continue to feed off each other's energy and making an impact on a game. I feel like the team's coming together good, just getting reps with each other, more practice, and just going out there trying to execute. Like I said before, just whatever team executes the most is going to win. That's all it's about.
Next, we'll go to Adam Lichtenstein of the Sun Sentinel. Adam.
Hey, Damien, how's it going?
Good. How about you?
Pretty good. So you guys when you were at Oregon State last year, you played Washington State, saw Cam Ward from the other side of things. Now that you've had a chance to play with him as a teammate for a couple of games, just what have been some of the biggest things you've noticed about the way he leads a huddle, the way he plays, or anything like that?
Just every day, same person, consistent. He wants to come out and just be as detailed as he can and make everybody else detailed as they can, just to execute and play faster. We want to play as fast as we can without having to think and just doing our job. Creating big plays or just chunk plays at a time, just working down the field. We just want to execute every play. Every play is its own play. So just feel like as for Cam, he just making sure we're detailed and knowing what we're doing so we can all go out and do our job, be at the right spot.
And what does it say to the other guys on the team? You see him, scrambling for a touchdown, diving headfirst for the end zone. When you guys are up like 35 points, I think at that point, like what does that say to the other guys on the team?
Just how much of a competitor he is, how much of competitive this team is. We go at each other every day, practice like we hate each other, but love each other off the field. It's how we get better. It's how we prepare for each week. Just like I said, trying to go 1-0 every week, new chance to win and just continue what we got going.
Our next question comes from Matt Trudell at Kane Sport. Matt, go ahead.
Yeah, hey, Damien. Obviously, the offense has been doing really, really well. Do you think there's still more that the offense can show, or do you think like it's pretty close to hitting on all cylinders already at this early point in the season?
No, we got a long season. We got plenty of games to get better and just plenty of practices to get better. We don't want to, stay where we're at. We always want to continue to get better 1% every day, but it's just what we're built to do. This offense can be as explosive as can be and just as detailed as we got to be. We just have to be detailed and execute. That's really what it comes down to. Like, sorry to keep saying it, but execution is just what wins the game. It's what we praise, just execute, doing our job, and we're going to win.
We'll do a few more for Damien. Next, we'll go to Marcus Benjamin at Keynes County. Marcus.
Hey, Damien, how you going?
Good. How about yourself?
Pretty good, pretty good. Just wanted to ask about Jordan Lyle. He's been getting a couple of snaps in both games so far. Just kind of what have you seen from him as a freshman, and what has kind of impressed you from Jordan Lyle?
Just how, as a freshman, everybody kind of sees he's kind of, a bigger freshman, just the way he's built, but just how creative he is, just how he tries to understand everything, just soak all the knowledge he can just to be better and more detailed. He's a young guy, of course, he's a freshman, but yeah, he looks good just running the ball. He's a natural runner, but as long as he just stays down the path he is and just trying to get better every day, he's going to be great.
We'll go back to Jordan McPherson of the Miami Herald. Jordan.
Hey, Damien, a similar question to what Marcus just asked, but about Chris Johnson, just your initial impression of what you've seen from him, another young guy who seems like you guys are trying to get involved in the offense.
Yeah, we got depth, really. We got depth everywhere, ones, twos, threes. So, we just want to keep everybody fresh, keep everybody playing, and just, yeah, everybody in the running back room, like, personally, everybody in the running back room, everybody can play. Everybody can see we all got our own, like, game. Just how it goes into the game plan and just how it plays out. We just got to execute and everybody in the room just feeding off each other's energy. Like I said, we just want to impact the game whenever each one of us is in and just be happy for the other that the other made a play. Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to ask for you, obviously, the way last season ended, the rehab process that you went through this offseason, how have these first 2 games of the season felt for you to be playing the way you did, give 3 or 4 touchdowns, whatever it's been? How have you felt these first 2 weeks?
I just felt very, very blessed to just even be out there because for a long time, and I wouldn't say a long time, for a minute, I didn't think that I was even going to be able to be in these first few games. So just to be there and have an impact is just a hell of a feeling, honestly.
Next, we'll go to Azubi Charles at Kane Sport. Azubi, go ahead.
What's going on, Mark? Just wanted to ask you about the running back room and just the competition of you guys, pushing each other week in and week out, and how that has made you a better player as well.
Oh, yeah, because you got to, it's anybody in this running back room, I believe, can go out there and start. So it definitely keeps you on your toes, keeps you on point because, you don't want to mess up because, that next guy, he could be right there to, take your place. So, but, we all love each other. We want what's best for the team. But, it's very competitive, and we love it that way.
Next, we'll go to Adam Lichtenstein of the Sun Sentinel. Adam.
Hey, Mark, how's it going?
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good. I remember when we were talking to X, I think after the Florida game, he mentioned that you were very joyful in your rehab. I guess. Sorry, my text just went off there. That you were very joyful in your rehab. Always had words of wisdom and approached it very happily. So, just what was your mindset, during that rehab process?
Honestly, it was just get a lot of mental reps and just be positive because, a lot of people expected me to be down, be down on myself, but that's not going to help anybody. It's not going to help my teammates. It's not going to help me. So I just, just manned up and said, I'm going to be positive, trusting the plan that the trainers have for me and trusting God's plan. Just control what I can control.
Next, we'll go to Marcus Benjamin of Keynes County. Marcus.
Hey, Mark, how's it going?
Hey, I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. I wanted to ask about Jordan Lyle, man. Jordan Lyle had a similar kind of recruiting journey as you, and he's now getting snaps as a freshman as well as you did. What kind of advice have you given him kind of along the way, and just your overall thoughts of his play after 2 games?
Man, he's a great player. He has a long future. He just always wants to learn, just like me. I just want to come in and learn and. He plays with no fear. We just had that swag, coming from Broward. He just wanted to just be the best in everything. And he seen that I could do it at my freshman year. So I just gave him some advice to help me along the way. And he's been working at it, and he's gonna be doing, continue to do great things.
We'll do a few more for Mark. We'll go back to Jordan McPherson of the Miami Herald. Jordan.
Hey, and Mark, just curious, now that you've played with him for a couple games and were with him in the fall, just what stands out the most to you about the way Damien Martinez goes about his business?
He's just a pro. He's a pro. He just keeps his head down, keeps working, very humble. He's just a playmaker. He's just a playmaker, a hard worker. Somebody I love being around and I could learn from. I'm happy he's here.
Next, we'll go to Daryl Streeter of Footballville. Daryl.
Mark, you look quicker off the ball in the hole, kind of like you looked at Plantation when you were playing in youth football. How is that possible and you're coming off an injury? What's different?
Honestly, I'm not sure. People have been saying that, but I think it's just me just working, working on my speed, working on just them little cuts, and just I think learning and being a smarter football player too. Like I know where the ball is supposed to hit at. Like I'm reading things like that. So I think I'm just catching up to the speed of the game.
Good. So congrats on being named, the conference defensive lineman of the week. You've been off to a really hot start to the season. As a transfer, is there kind of almost like a new kid in school kind of vibe where it's I want to prove myself quickly and show people what I can do quickly? Do you feel that at all?
I wouldn't say it's necessarily want to prove myself, but just wanting to show everybody what I'm about, if that makes sense. Just the type of guy I am, how hard I work, being a great teammate. I just kind of want to preach that every day and really show it my actions more so than my words. So, I mean, I guess you could say it's kind of that what you're saying.
Next, we'll go to Jordan McPherson of the Miami Herald. Jordan.
Hey there, Tyler. It's sort of the bill off that. After showing what you have shown the past couple games, what's the next step of your game? What do you think you still are able to show, or what do you still want to be able to show that you can do?
I mean, to start the season, I feel like there's a lot of things I can fix. I mean, in the run fits, I can be cleaner. I feel like I played hard, but I could definitely still play harder. Could be cleaner with my pass rush. So I think there's a ton of steps I could take to get better. So it's really just staying focused and practice and just working, to be honest.
Next, we'll go to Matt Trudell at Kane Sport. Matt, go ahead.
Yeah, hey Tyler. So I was looking at your stats from 4 years previous, and you never had more than 6 sacks in a season. You already have 4 sacks here in 2 games. Is that more just something has clicked for you? Is it more the way Lance Guidry is using you, or a combination of both? Or can you sort of weigh in on that a little bit?
I say it's a combination of both. I mean, I think Coach G's doing a great job, but just putting me in situations to win. But also, I feel like myself, I feel like I've taken a step in my development, who I am as a player, as a person. So I think it's a combination of both, and I think they're meeting really well right now.
Next, we'll go to Adam Lichtenstein, the Sun Sentinel. Adam, go ahead.
Oh, we're back already. I was asking the coaches yesterday about how, like, the craziness in college football. There are, always a chance for a big upset, like NIU over Notre Dame the other day. So do games like that kind of drive home the message for you guys that, like, you guys need to be on your A game for every game, no matter who the opponent is?
I mean, yeah, I think it's kind of like a nameless opponent. I think we prepare the same way for everybody. So we're going to give this game as much effort as we give the next one and the one after that. So I think it's more so of a us thing rather than the opponent. I think we're going to come in with the right mindset and play our game and shoot our best shot.
Our next question comes from Cass Clayton of New Era Prep. Cass?
Tyler, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How you doing today, guys?
Good, good, good. You're fish grease right now. I mean, a lot of people are talking about your sacks, but I know you take pride in, like, stopping and run. Has that always been a part of your game?
Yeah, I mean, it's always been something I take a lot of pride in. To be honest with you, just trying to be a well-rounded player. I don't want to be known as somebody that just rushed the quarterback. I want to be known as a great defensive player, not just a one-trick pony. So, yeah, I mean, it's definitely something I always take pride in, but definitely something I still need to clean up.
We'll do a couple more for Tyler. Next, we'll go to Alex Dono of Locked On Canes. Alex?
Hey, Tyler, when it comes to your development, in the short time you've already been at Miami, what are the biggest things you've learned from Jason Taylor, and what's he like as a coach?
I think the biggest thing for Coach Taylor is just fine-tuning my skills, but also the mental approach. I feel like that's where I've taken a big step, is just being able to break the game down before the play and just really being able to have a clearer mind when I'm playing. I think that's been it, and I think it's increased how fast I can play as well.
We'll go back to Jordan McPherson of the Miami Herald. Jordan?
Hey again, Tyler. I wanted to ask you about Justin Scott. Obviously, got into the game last week, got a sack. Just as one of the more hyped up younger guys on the team, just what has stood out to you about what he's done throughout camp, and then what he's done a little bit throughout the first 2 games?
I mean, Jay Scott, I mean, when you look at him, I mean, he's a really impressive individual physically, but mentally on that side, I mean, he's well beyond his age. Like, he's a really knowledgeable player. I think he's got a lot of room to grow too, but he wants to grow, so I think that's the biggest difference. Him as well as a lot of the freshmen. Armando, I think my guy Cole. I mean, a lot of those young guys, they're real eager to learn, so I think that's the first step in just getting better.
We'll wrap up for Tyler with Daryl Streeter of Footballville. Daryl?
Tyler, how you doing?
How you doing, Daryl?
All right. When you watch the film, I think you have 4 or 5 sacks already. But when you watch the film, how many sacks could you have had? You've been close numerous times. How many sacks did you actually leave on the field?
More than I would have liked to left, but I definitely think it's like you said. There's been opportunities where I made a mistake, so just going back on those plays and just trying to just keep myself from making the same mistake twice. So just trying to improve and hopefully not leave as many as I left the first 2 games.
So obviously, a lot of the young guys have had an impact in the secondary, pretty early in their careers. OJ has been getting a ton of snaps. Zaquan has gotten some snaps at safety. Just what have you seen from them? How have they adjusted to playing college ball?
I feel like they came out up and running. Everybody's confident. Everybody's playing together. I feel like we're gonna have a really good game this week.
Next, we'll go to Jordan McPherson of the Miami Herald. Jordan?
Yeah, hey there, Daryl. Just want to know your thoughts on just the secondary overall through the first 2 games. I mean, obviously you guys have been playing without Damari, but it seems like the group is still coming together. How would you evaluate how the group is done as a whole?
It's next man up. Doesn't matter who's in the game. You have to make sure you're ready for your opportunity. We've been trying to tell each and every person just be ready for when it comes. As you guys can see, we're playing together, and we look good right now.
Next, we'll go to Daryl Streeter of Footballville. Daryl. Daryl, believe your mic is muted.
What's going on, Daryl?
No.
We both named Daryl. Yeah, we both named Daryl. Yeah. So I see you got added to the college football video game. Was that something you were looking forward to? Were you writing EA Sports letters, or what kind of went into that?
I actually got a lot of DMs from Twitter, Instagram, social media, and they said like the corners weren't that good on there. So, of course, I wanted to be in the game when it first came out, but it didn't happen. So eventually, they DM'd me once I put something out on Twitter about me being in the game. So I think it was like 40 some days later, they put me in, about 86 overall. I think I'm a little higher than that, but
Okay.
for the most part, it's pretty fun using myself. It's been a dream come true. I always wanted to be in a video game when I was younger, so it made it happen.
We'll go back to Adam Lichtenstein from the Sun Sentinel. Adam.
Hey, Daryl. I can vouch that the original corners, the computer corners in the game, were not very good, but it's better now. That's not my question, though. I mentioned it to Tyler a few minutes ago and the coaches yesterday that, college football's pretty crazy. Like NIU pulls off an upset against Notre Dame last week. Cal beats Auburn. They're always upsets. Seeing games like that around the country kind of help drive home that like you guys have to be on your game, no matter who the opponent is?
Yes, of course. I actually been a part of one of those games. When I was in West Virginia, we played Brock Purdy, Brees Hall. Nobody thought we would win. And then we came out with the upset, beating Iowa State. So I feel like every week is 1-0. You got to stay humble no matter who you play. Because, of course, now that I'm on University of Miami's football team, like everybody wants to beat the Hurricanes. Doesn't matter what year we're in. Every year, everybody's going to give us their best.